In the 21st century, Earth is not as alone as we believe. From the depths of space, intelligent beings watch our world. What we never imagined is that these beings envy humanity, our progress, and our dominion over the planet. From that jealousy, a plan was born, a plan to conquer Earth and eradicate its rulers, the human race. The scene shifts to a man named Ray Ferrier, a dockworker in Brooklyn, New York. Ray is an ordinary man, operating heavy machinery to get through his day. His life has not been easy. He is already divorced from his wife, Mary Ann, and they share 2 children, Rachel and Robbie. When Ray arrives home, Mary and her new partner, Tim, are already waiting at his door. They are dropping off the kids for the weekend before heading to Boston to visit Mary's parents. After a brief and uneasy exchange, Mary and Tim drive away, leaving Ray to watch over the children. But peace never lasts long in Ray's life. Not long after, Robbie sneaks out with Ray's car and takes it for a joyride. Realizing what happened, Ray storms out of the house to find him. That is when something strange begins to unfold. People gather in the streets, gazing at the sky. Dark clouds swirl unnaturally overhead. The wind rises, fierce and sudden. Then, without warning, lightning begins to strike again and again, hitting the exact same spot over and over.
Want to go inside?
It's okay.
Panic spreads. The city plunges into darkness. Power grids fail. People run for cover, terrified by the storm that makes no sense. And this is War of the Worlds. Ray rushes back, tells Rachel to stay inside, and races toward the city to find Robbie. He eventually finds his son, whose car has mysteriously shut down, just like the rest of the failing machines around them. Ray orders Robbie to go home and protect Rachel while he investigates what is happening. As Ray and other bystanders move closer to the area repeatedly struck by lightning, they discover cracks tearing through the asphalt. The ground itself feels unnaturally cold. Suddenly, the cracks spread violently toward nearby buildings. Walls crumble, pavement buckles, and the street explodes open. Then it appears. From a massive crater in the earth, a towering mechanical creature rises, supported by multiple metal limbs. The crowd screams and scatters in terror. The machine begins firing a devastating energy beam. Anything in its path, any person too slow to flee, is instantly obliterated. Buildings collapse. Streets burn. In seconds, the city is reduced to chaos. Horrified, Ray sprints home. Shaking and breathless, he bursts inside and orders Rachel and Robbie to pack immediately. There is no time. No safety left here. Ray grabs his children, jumps into a car he managed to repair, and drives through a city that is falling apart behind them. The monstrous machines continue their rampage, and Rachel sobs in fear, calling desperately for her mother. With no other choice, and no safe place left to run, Ray decides on the only plan he has. He will take the children to Mary. Ray and the children finally arrive at Mary's house, hoping to reunite with her. But the home is empty. Mary and Tim are still in Boston, just as she mentioned. Exhausted and with nowhere else to go, Ray decides they will rest there for the night. In order to stay safe, he brings Robbie and Rachel down to the basement, planning to continue their journey in the morning. But peace does not last. In the middle of the night, the same strange lightning appears once again, followed by violent tremors and a deafening explosion. The entire house shakes. Ray quickly pulls his children into a side room, bracing for impact as another blast rocks the world outside. When morning comes, Ray steps out to assess the damage. His eyes widen. A massive airplane has crashed directly into Mary's house, reducing it to rubble. From inside the wreckage, he finds survivors, including a news crew. One of the reporters explains a terrifying truth. The towering alien machines are not isolated incidents. These creatures have already appeared in New York, Los Angeles, even London. No place on Earth is truly safe. It is as if the invaders intend to erase human civilization entirely. What shocks Ray even more is the reporter's footage. She shows lightning strikes that seem to deliver something into the ground. She believes the machines were buried beneath Earth for centuries, waiting silently. The lightning was not a weapon, but a signal, transporting their pilots to awaken the machines beneath our feet. Before Ray can process it all, The distant thundering of another alien tripod echoes through the ruins. The news crew scrambles to flee. Ray rushes back, grabs Rachel and Robbie, and they return to the car, heading toward Boston in a desperate attempt to find Mary. On the road, Rachel urgently needs to use the bathroom, so Ray pulls over near a quiet river. But Rachel stumbles upon something horrific. The river is filled with floating corpses, lifeless bodies carried by the current. Ray rushes over, scoops her into his arms, and shields her from the sight. At that moment, a convoy of military vehicles passes by. Robbie tries to reach out, begging to join them, hoping the soldiers can protect them. But the troops ignore him and keep driving. Frustrated and heartbroken, Robbie erupts, blaming Ray for everything, accusing him of never being there when it matters. Ray has no answer. He knows they cannot follow the military into battle, not with Rachel to protect. So they continue on foot and by car, pushing forward on their long and uncertain journey. Hours later, they arrive at a harbor overflowing with desperate survivors. Because Ray's car is one of the few still working, people swarm around it, begging and demanding to be taken with them. The crowd turns violent. Windows shatter. Hands pull Ray from the driver's seat. The mob fights over control of the vehicle. To protect his children, Ray fires a warning shot into the air. The chaos freezes for a moment, but only for a moment. Another man points a gun back at Ray. Cornered, Ray makes a deal, surrendering the car in exchange for their safety. But desperation is a dangerous thing. Someone else grabs the fallen gun and shoots the new driver. The crowd explodes into panic again, leaving Ray with no choice. He takes Robbie and Rachel, fleeing toward the docks as the situation collapses into madness around them. The pier is overflowing with terrified civilians, all of them searching for a way out. As Ray and the children wait in line to board the evacuation ship, he unexpectedly runs into an old acquaintance who checks if Ray is still holding up. For a brief moment, things feel calm. But that peace shatters when Rachel notices something across the water. The trees are moving, bending unnaturally, as if swept by an invisible force. Then they all see it. A towering alien machine emerges, its massive legs crashing forward. Rachel freezes in terror, and so does everyone else. Panic erupts. People scream and scatter. The alien tripod marches toward the harbor, and chaos takes over. The ship's captain orders the bridge raised and commands immediate departure. In the rush, Ray is forced to leave his friend behind, while Robbie helps pull trapped passengers onto the ship. But there is no escape. The captain spots something churning the surface of the sea. A whirlpool forms, swirling faster and faster, and before anyone can react, another colossal machine rises from beneath the water. It strikes without hesitation, ripping the ship apart and hurling survivors into the waves. The scene is pure nightmare. Metal snaps, people scream, and beams of alien energy tear through everything in their path. Yet somehow, once again, Ray, Rachel, and Robbie make it to shore alive. Soaking, exhausted, and traumatized, they push forward without looking back. Not long after, they encounter a military unit mobilizing for a counterattack. Robbie, driven by anger and desperation, insists on joining them. He wants to fight back. He wants to do something. Ray forbids it, terrified of losing his son. But Robbie refuses to listen. Emotional and determined, he breaks away, leaving Ray with an impossible choice. With no time to argue and the battlefield exploding around them, Ray is forced to let him go. Moments later, Ray turns back toward Rachel, only to witness a horrifying sight. The alien war machine unleashes a devastating assault, incinerating the soldiers and everything in the valley. Ray collapses, realizing Robbie is likely gone. While Ray struggles to hold himself together, a man named Harlan pulls Ray and Rachel into his underground shelter. He offers them a place to hide. Inside, Ray tries to comfort Rachel until she finally falls asleep. Harlan shares his own tragic story, explaining that his entire family was taken by the alien machines. He understands Ray's pain all too well. Just as they begin to gather their strength, violent tremors shake the ground again. The tripods are nearby. Harlan wants to fight, insisting that humanity must resist. But Ray has only one mission now: protect Rachel at all costs. Then danger strikes the basement itself. A long, snake-like alien probe slithers into the hideout, searching. Ray, Harlan, and Rachel hold their breath and stay perfectly still. For a moment it seems the probe will find them, but a rat draws its attention away. As Ray stays hidden, Harlan suddenly snaps. Fueled by rage and grief, he grabs an axe, intent on attacking the machine. Ray tackles him and stops him before he can doom them all. They argue in hushed but heated whispers, and the noise alerts the probe again. It swings back toward them. Thinking quickly, Ray positions a mirror so the alien device sees only its own reflection. Tension fills the air as the probe scans the room. Then Rachel slips, knocking something over. The probe whips around and re-enters the basement, but this time it finds only her shoe. Ray, Harland, and Rachel hide in a different corner. When the alien probe finally withdraws, Ray, Rachel, and Harland barely have a moment to breathe. From a gap in the broken wall, new figures slip into the basement. This time, it is not a machine. It is the aliens themselves, revealing their true form as they crawl into the room out of pure curiosity. Ray, Rachel, and Harland freeze, hiding in the shadows as the creatures move closer. Harland, trembling with fear and anger, slowly raises his rifle, ready to shoot. But Ray immediately stops him. He knows the truth. Even if they kill one alien, others will swarm in, and all three of them will die. For now, survival means silence. Eventually, the aliens leave. But when Ray and Harland peek outside, they witness a nightmare that is far worse. They see an alien harvesting a human being, extracting flesh and blood, then spraying it across the landscape like fertilizer. The horrifying realization sinks in. The invaders are not just destroying Earth, they are reshaping it, turning the planet into something that suits them. The sight shatters Harland completely. Whatever bravery he had is gone. He becomes unhinged, digging frantically into the basement floor, trying to create a tunnel to hide in. Ray watches in dread, knowing Harland's panic will get them all killed. The noise, the shouting, the madness, any of it could draw the aliens back. To protect Rachel, Ray covers her eyes and ears. With a heavy heart, he locks Harland inside a separate room, making a grim choice. If he does not stop Harland now, they will all die. Ray drifts into an exhausted sleep, while Rachel remains awake. But suddenly, the alien probe returns, slithering right in front of her. Terrified, Rachel screams. Ray bolts up and swings an axe, destroying the probe just in time. But before Ray can calm her down, he realizes something far worse. Rachel is gone. He rushes outside into a world now coated in red, like dried blood spread across the land. His heart pounds as he searches desperately, until he sees her. Rachel has been captured, suspended in the grasp of a towering alien machine. Ray refuses to lose his daughter. Not again. Not after everything. He spots a damaged military vehicle nearby and scrambles toward it. He throws the grenades, but before he can escape, he is captured as well and thrown into a metal cage, where Rachel and other survivors are being held. Rachel is in shock, silent and frozen with fear. One by one, the machine begins selecting victims, lifting them away to be turned into fertilizer. When it becomes Ray's turn, the other prisoners act. A soldier grabs him, then another prisoner grabs the soldier, pulling Ray back and saving him from the alien's grasp. In that moment, Ray leaves a grenade behind, hidden inside the machine. Seconds later, the grenade explodes from within, and the towering alien collapses, its cage bursting open. The survivors fall, but Ray and Rachel are lucky. Their section of the cage lands in a tree, allowing them to climb down safely. Others manage to survive as well. Ray and Rachel continue forward, joining a stream of survivors making their way toward Boston. Along the road, Ray notices something strange. One of the towering alien machines is staggering, no longer moving with the same deadly precision. He looks closer and sees birds landing on its surface, a sign that shocks him. The creature's protective shield is gone. Realizing this may be their only chance, Ray rushes to alert the nearby soldiers, urging them to attack while the machine is vulnerable. The military responds immediately, launching a barrage of rockets. Their gamble pays off. One by one, the alien tripods collapse, crashing into streets and buildings as they lose their power and release the humans they captured. When the military pries open one of the fallen machines, they find the alien pilot inside, shriveled and lifeless, its once fearsome body now reduced to a dry, fragile shell. With the threat fading, Ray carries Rachel through the quiet streets of Boston until they reach Mary's parents' home. To their relief, Mary, her family, and Tim have all survived. But the greatest surprise of all is Robbie. He is alive. Against all odds, Ray's family is reunited. In the days that follow, scientists finally reveal the truth. The alien invaders were not defeated by weapons, armies, or strategy. They were killed by Earth's smallest inhabitants, microbes. From the moment the aliens arrived, they breathed in bacteria and organisms invisible to the eye, entering through the air and water. These microbes infected them, weakened them, and ultimately brought them to their knees. Humanity survived not because of strength or advanced technology, but because humans had spent millions of years evolving on Earth, building immunity that the aliens never had. What our greatest weapons could not do, nature accomplished effortlessly. And so the war ends, not with glory, but with relief. Earth is scarred, but still standing. Life begins to move forward again. So the moral of the story is, even if giant alien octopus robots try to wipe out humanity, do not panic, do not split up, and never, ever bully someone for needing a bathroom break. Because in the end, tiny germs will save the day, not your drama.